The hospital was unusually quiet that night. The fluorescent lights buzzed softly, and the distant hum of machines in the ICU was the only sound. Emily, a young nurse with tired eyes and a heart full of compassion, finished her rounds and leaned against the wall near the nurses' station. Her shift had been long and grueling, but she refused to let her exhaustion win. She closed her eyes for a moment, recalling the tiny two-room apartment she would return to after her shift. Her younger brother, Liam, would already be asleep. He depended on her for everything since their parents had passed away. She worked double shifts to pay for his school fees, his medical bills for asthma, and to keep food on the table. Life was hard, but Emily never let it show to her patients. In that moment of solitude, a soft melody drifted from her phone. It was an old song she and Liam used to dance to in the living room when times were simpler. She couldn't resist. Glancing around to make sure no one was watching, she slipped her phone into her scrub pocket, let the music fill the empty corridor, and began to dance. Her movements were graceful yet free-spirited, her tiredness momentarily forgotten. For those few minutes, she felt alive, as if she could shed the weight of her struggles and simply be herself. Unbeknownst to her, someone was watching. From a glass-walled conference room on the hospital's second floor, Ethan Lawson, the hospital's owner and CEO, had paused his late-night review of expansion plans. He was a tall, imposing man in his early 40s, always impeccably dressed, and known for his sharp business acumen. But tonight, he wasn't thinking about numbers or shareholders. He stood frozen, captivated by the young nurse dancing in the hallway below. There was something pure about the way she moved, as though the music had unlocked a piece of her soul. Ethan felt a tug in his chest, a reminder of emotions he hadn't allowed himself to feel since losing his wife years ago. He didn't know her story, but he could see the quiet strength in her posture, the joy she was trying to hold onto in a world that clearly wasn't easy for her. The next morning, as Emily arrived for another shift, she was summoned to the hospital's administrative office. Nervous, she smoothed her wrinkled scrubs and knocked gently before entering. To her surprise, the man sitting behind the large mahogany desk was none other than Ethan Lawson himself. "Ms. Carter, isn't it?" he asked, looking up from a folder. "Yes, sir," Emily replied, her voice trembling. She worried she had done something wrong. "I wanted to speak with you," he said kindly. "I was here late last night, and I happened to notice you in the hallway, dancing." Emily's face flushed crimson. "Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Lawson. I know it was unprofessional. I was just—" Ethan raised a hand gently to stop her. "Please, don't apologize. It wasn't unprofessional. In fact, it was inspiring. You looked like you were carrying the weight of the world, and yet you still found a reason to smile." Emily blinked in surprise. No one had ever said anything like that to her before. Ethan continued, "I want to understand more about you, Emily. You work long hours. I see the extra shifts you take. Why?" She hesitated, then decided there was no harm in telling the truth. "My brother and I lost our parents a few years ago. Liam's only 13, and I'm all he has. I'm saving every penny I can for his education and to keep a roof over our heads. It's not easy, but he deserves a good life." Ethan listened silently, his heart aching as he thought of his own son, who lived far away with his grandparents. He understood sacrifice all too well. After a pause, he said, "You've been working so hard for others that you've forgotten about yourself. That's a rare quality, Emily. And it's something this world needs more of." She tried to smile, but tears welled up in her eyes. "I don't need anyone's sympathy, sir. I just need to keep going." Ethan stood and walked around the desk, holding out a small envelope. "This isn't sympathy. It's gratitude, for the work you do, the lives you touch, and the strength you show. Open it." Inside was a check, an amount so large Emily's breath caught in her throat. I can't accept this," she stammered. Yes, you can, Ethan said softly. It's a scholarship for Liam, fully funded by the hospital. And there's a personal bonus for you. You deserve it more than anyone. Emily's tears spilled over. Why would you do this for me? You don't even know me. Ethan smiled gently. Because last night I saw someone who reminded me of what truly matters. Money, titles, power, they mean nothing without kindness. You reminded me of that, Emily. Consider this my way of saying thank you. For the first time in years, Emily felt the crushing weight on her shoulders lift. She wasn't alone anymore. Over the next few months, things began to change. Liam was enrolled in a private school where his asthma was properly managed, and he blossomed academically. Emily was promoted to head nurse, her tireless dedication finally recognized. She continued to work hard, but now she carried hope with her wherever she went. Ethan, too, changed. He began spending more time at the hospital, not as a distant CEO but as a leader who listened, encouraged, and uplifted his staff. He credited Emily with opening his eyes. Whenever he passed her in the hallway, they would share a warm smile, an unspoken reminder of the night her dance had changed everything. One evening, after a long day of work, Emily found herself alone in the same corridor where she had danced months earlier. She slipped her phone from her pocket, played the same song, and swayed gently to the music. But this time, she wasn't alone. Ethan appeared at the end of the hallway and extended a hand. May I join you? Emily laughed through her tears and nodded. Together, they danced under the hospital's soft lights, a silent celebration of kindness, hope, and second chances. And though Emily never sought recognition for her sacrifices, the truth remained. Her simple act of finding joy in the hardest of times had not only transformed her own life but had awakened something beautiful in the man who held the power to change the lives of many. It all started with a dance, when she thought no one was watching.